Hi everyone, this is Manoj. I'm from Market Ideas for Profit, and once again, time for the weekend analysis. So this is the 13th of July, Saturday morning, and we have a wonderful morning here. It's raining outside. The perfect time for us to do a weekend analysis of what's happening in the market. So what I'm going to start with is in this video, I'm going to take you to what we analyzed in the last week and what transpired in this current week, based on what we analyzed and how close it was to what we analyzed, and then we'll build it forward to see what we expect to happen within the next week. Now, there's an important event that's going to happen within the span of the next 10 days. So that's the 23rd of July, when we are going to see the budget unfold for the coming financial year for the season that we have. And obviously, the market tends to create some kind of a base before it gets to the budget. And we're expecting things to happen in the budget, but we don't know what's in those closed books, which the finance minister is going to carry and reveal to us on that on that morning of on the 23rd. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the charts and analyze what's in store for us and what is the base building that can happen, and are we going to shoot we're going to build the scenarios to what can happen before the budget. So there's a lot of expectation of a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of talk around and chatter what people expect from the budget, and all this builds into scenarios, and we can build all of that on the chart and see what can happen in that period. So without wasting much time on this, let's delve into the chart. So I'm going to share my screen here, and here goes. So this is where my screen is, and I hope you can see it. So what are we doing? We are on the page of the Nifty futures, and this was what we analyzed in the last week. This was the trajectory we predicted, and you can go have a look at, share the link of the last week's video in the right hand corner, the top right hand corner. You can have a look at it, and that's where you will see it. And this is the trajectory which I had predicted we are going to go through. This was a sideways movement, preparing for launch before the budget is what I expected, and that's exactly what we got. Now this was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. This is where we were on Monday. This is an hourly chart, so this is probably 1 day's action, and we started and we went exactly to the higher end of the profile, the volume profile that we talked about, and we we extended a little higher, and then I thought at one point of time here that we could launch right then, and it didn't happen. We got a reversal back in, and you see, as soon as we got the reversal back into this higher end of the range, we traveled immediately in 2 hours back down to the bottom of the range, and then we again began to consolidate near the bottom, and probably a day's consolidation is what we saw here, and then we moved back up onto the top. And in Friday's action, what we've seen is we've gone up and we breached the top end again. Once again, we've gone above the highs of what we scored on Wednesday, and we are heading higher. So the picture looks very, very promising, and we are on our way to a higher level is what I think we can expect from the next coming days. So I'm going to take a little projection as to where we can go. So we are still right near the top of the range, and there are 2 things that can happen. I will just try to summarize the 2 options that we can see in the coming days. So let's build those options here using my arrow key. So what do? We're here right now, and we could be meandering in this area for some time. This is not something that I expect. I expect the market to go higher and probably inch higher. This is what I expect the markets to do in the first is the scenario 1. So we could have this as our base then, and the moment we cross this and we start beginning to move above this level, this is what we could be seeing in the coming days. Now this is scenario 1. Let's try and build a different scenario, and what happens if we see some news which is not okay, or we believe that we need to consolidate a little more. Then what we will do is we'll tend to test the highs, come back lower down. If this is an important level, this is an fair value gap. If we break this level, then we go down. We probably test back this level again, and then we begin to breathe lower and again go for the lower ranges and spend some more time here. This could be the 2 scenarios that we see in the coming week. Now, we could head into the budget week and break out from here then and go higher. Now, these are the 2 things that I said. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen after the budget. After the budget, if we have, because it'll all depend on what kind of rotation we get in the budget in terms of the news, and that would give us some ideas to where and what can happen. But before the budget, this is all we need to look at. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to take a screenshot of these. These are levels that are important. Now, if you want me to mark out these levels for you, I'm just going to mark them out for you so that you can take a screenshot. So these are the levels, important levels that we're looking at. This is where the fair value gap is. And like you already know, these are the bottom ranges. We are still sticking to these bottom ranges, and we are still sticking to these top ranges as far as the current range is concerned. And we are looking to go higher on the other ranges. So this is my analysis for the coming week for the Nifty. Now let's go back and see what's happening on the Bank Nifty. And we will go to the Bank Nifty chart and see what we had predicted and what happened. So this is the Bank Nifty predictions that we made. And by the way, we've not been as successful with our Bank Nifty predictions. The Bank Nifty has, though, it has still remained within the range. So this was the range that was predicted. And for a major part of the week, this was Wednesday. This was Thursday. Let's go to Monday. This is Monday. So on a Monday, I expected the markets to go higher, but it eventually go lower. And then it went higher on the next day. So on Tuesday, we saw the higher reaches of the range. And then again, see how beautifully the range was defined and how beautifully it moved within the ranges right until the Wednesday evening. And it remained within the confines on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, it broke down a bit. But as soon as it broke down, it took support and it has come back into the range as expected. And we are still at the lower range. Now, what do we expect in the coming week is what should be interesting. So let me use my tool once again. And sorry, I'm going to use my pen tool once again here. And I'm going to use the arrow keys. So what do we expect? We expect the markets to again take us to the top of the range and then spend some more time here before the budget. So Nifty looks strong, but the Bank Nifty doesn't really look so strong. So this is the first scenario that I'm building at. This is the first scenario. You still have these levels intact with you. So this 53,200 level and this 52,300 level. This is the 1,000-point range that we are looking at to travel within the coming period. Now, I would like to build a bearish scenario too. So let me build a bearish scenario here. I should be using the red pen, I guess. We might falter and go down and then head to these levels here. This is the second scenario. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to mark out this level for you here. This is a predetermined level, which has happened in the previous weeks on the left-hand side. And if we break down, this could be our range for the next week, if we break down, that is. So anything below 52,300, we could track 51,216 in the coming week. As long as we stay above this level, if the fall does not sustain below this level and goes down and comes back again, try aiming for 53,204. This is what I expect to happen within the coming period. Now, there's one bullish scenario that can also be built. We could move higher, and if there's some good catalytic news, we could move higher and then start building towards a higher plane as far as the budgets are concerned. We're just preparing to get into the budget mode, and this is what we could be doing. This also is something that we could be doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this level out for you too. And let's mark this level here. So this 53,997 is also something that you could be, seeing in the coming period. So these are the levels that you could be marked. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 3 seconds to, oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I've changed the, I'm going to give you 3 seconds to take a snapshot of this. Take a snapshot, and then that should be good. And you should be able to, know the levels from which you need to trade. So this is 1, 2, and 3, and we are out of here. So these are the 2 analysis that I have for the coming week for the Bank Nifty. I hope you got your trajectories. You took a snapshot. If you haven't, go back to the video and you can pause the video and take a snapshot as you feel. or you use the method to use your alerts. So this is all for this video. I want you to like the video, and if you like the content, obviously subscribe to the channel and do press the bell notification to keep getting notifications of whenever I launch a video. And you can take advantage of all the analysis that I do. For record's sake, we've been doing very well on our analysis, and the prices have been moving very close to what we analyzed. And it's a great way to use that analysis to make money from the markets. This is not an invitation or a solicitation to trade the markets on my levels. This is basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to encourage you to get into technical analysis, learn the art of technical analysis, and be convinced about reading the charts based on the analysis I do. If I can do it, you can too. So I have a program where I can educate you, and if you know a little bit of technical, because I'm not going to teach you the basics. If you know a little bit of technical analysis, then I'm the person to go for. I have a beautiful tool that tells me where the market is going. I establish the ranges, the lower end of the range, the higher end of the range, and what the market is going to do. If it crosses any of these ranges, what are the next levels it's going to go to? These are important things that you need to understand to trade the markets. It's very simple. It's not difficult. You just need to know what levels the markets are playing with. And once you know that, you can play from one level to the other level and make money from the markets. So having spent a lot of time on studying the markets, I've come to a conclusion that once we make it simple, use the least amount of indicators, and get our broader term market levels right, there's no way that you cannot make money from the markets. It's a wonderful world out here. So with this, I'm going to end this video. Encourage you to engage with me and see my channel, see my content more often if you want to decide before you want to learn technical analysis. But give it time, because this time spent with me, 15 minutes of time spent on this video, can help you go a long way in your effort to make your financial freedom. This is all for this video. Thank you for being with me. Do like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Press on the bell notification. This helps me to get and reach more people. That's my goal, to touch as many lives as possible and to help people achieve their financial freedom. I've struggled, and I don't want others to struggle. That's my giveaway to my audience. So that's it for this video. Look forward to seeing you again. And I love doing this, so I need encouragement. Do comment if you find there's something that I can improve on with my analysis, and let's get in touch with us. Let's stay in touch on the channel regularly and take advantage of all the information that I pass on to you here. Thank you for this weekend.